Hi, so this is Sheila Cooperman from Boca Raton, Florida. Most of you know that I am a licensed psychotherapist, and these are my lovely reading glasses, since you get older and you can't see squat. Okay, so I have been watching videos on YouTube, and I have been looking for videos about mental health, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, OCD. And the interesting thing is everybody is speaking about their symptoms. So with that said, here is the DSM-TR. Well, actually it's the DSM-4. You can't see it. It's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. And this is our Bible for mental health. Well, really, it's more like toilet paper to me. But the thing about it is it talks about reoccurrent distressing dreams of the event. I'm talking about post-traumatic stress disorder. Acting or feeling as if the traumatic event is reoccurring. Intense psychological distress at exposure of internal or external cues. Effort to avoid thoughts, feelings, and conversation associated with the trauma. These are all examples or symptoms of anxiety. Marked diminished interest in participation in significant activities. This is actually PTSD. Acute stress disorder, which is 308.3. Let's see, persons experienced, witnessed, or confronted events that involve actual threatened death. Person's response involving intense fear, helplessness, or horror. Let's see what we have. Acute stress disorder, general anxiety disorder, restlessness or feeling keyed up on edge, being easily fatigued, irritability, muscle tension, sleep disturbance. The anxiety, worry, or physical symptoms cause clinically significant distress. Let's see what else we have here. Anxiety disorder, general medical condition. Now, we could look at depression also, and that would be on another page. And it would also, here, mood disorders, melancholy, loss of pleasure, lack of reactivity, depression regularly worse in the morning, marked psychomotor retardation. It says that, retardation, or agitation. So I didn't say that. Let's see. So my point is this. No matter what you watch, no matter what you read, it's always about the symptoms about mental health. Whether it's depression, anxiety, OCD, or anger. And OCD is not anxiety for all you people who think it is not. And anger, which is another mood disorder, I could list a bunch of symptoms too. But the real reality is to know how to prevent these symptoms from occurring. Now, it seems to me people don't wait until they have water 3 feet up in their house before they call a plumber or before they recognize something is wrong. As soon as you see water on the floor, you start to entertain the situation. Of course, you wipe it up. But then, after you wipe it up, the first thing you try to do is figure out how come there was water on the floor. What is leaking? Is there a pipe leaking? Did something spill? Did one of your kids just throw water on the floor? What is happening that there is water on the floor? And if there is a pipe leaking and you figure that out, or a faucet leaking, you don't just keep wiping it up and letting it just keep dripping more and more and more. You take the steps you need to change the faucet, to stop the pipe from leaking, whether it means replacing the pipe or cuffing the pipe or soldering the pipe. You do something to stop the pipe from leaking. My question is, here you have water all over the floor in all these symptoms of depression and anxiety, and all you people keep doing is wiping the water off the floor. Why is it not important? How come the water is on the floor? How come it's not important how the water got to the floor? And that's the difference between me and every other mental health person in this country. That's the difference between me and the website for the Mayo Clinic, for the website for the Mental Health Association, for all the organizations. All they care about is wiping the water off the floor. And they do that in the form of medication. But I don't want to wipe the water off the floor. Sure, I'll wipe the water off the floor, but I figure out how come the water is on the floor. And that is what I have done for years. And this is the important thing in this country we need to recognize. There are events that are happening. There are other catalysts that are intermingling with these events. And in turn, the result for symbolism is water on the floor. And you just keep wiping it up. So that's the difference between me, and that's what melatonin does. Melatonin is the vitamins and the minerals, and it's up there on the ceiling. Let's see if I can get it there without making people nauseous. It's up there on the ceiling. It's vitamins and minerals. You add the omega-3 or 6 or just eat rich omega fish, and you will start to see it works in synergy. It creates your own L-tryptophan, your own 5-HTP, your own serotonin, and your own melatonin. And in turn, it stops the events from affecting your mental state. It is raising the serotonin, and when your serotonin is high, you're not going to have these mood symptoms. So it's not just wiping the water off the floor. It's actually changing the pipe, changing the faucet. It's actually helping you not have the water on the floor.